In the next moment, they will be adults, formed by their surroundings, tempered by their experiences. And while we can mark the date each one was born, too often today we miss the date when one slips between the cracks. But so too, one child saved can light up the world with the brilliance of a good life. It's time to choose. It's time to gather all of our strength to protect and nourish all of our children. My kids, your kids, our future. It's time for Jennifer Granholm. She's a mother, a fighter, a mentor, and oh yes, the highly successful Attorney General for the state. Growing up the girl next door in a loving family, she was raised to always respect the rights of every human being. She was the first in her family to graduate from college. She went on to graduate with honors from Harvard Law School. Jennifer became known for her strong stands on justice, eventually becoming editor of the distinguished Civil Rights Law Review. It was here that she met her husband, Dan, also a Harvard Law graduate. He remembers those first times he met her on campus.
She was in her first year of law school at Harvard, and it was a demanding regimen, and she was a serious student. But my real competition to get time was not with Harvard Law School, with torts and property and civil procedure, but with South Africa, a continent away, 2 oceans away. And Jennifer was up to her neck in the movement to force Harvard to divest its holdings in companies that did business in South Africa, with the firm belief she had that if we did that, we could put enough pressure on that government to force them to change their ways.
Many doors open at the top of your class at Harvard Law. The money is huge. The top companies line up. But Jennifer Granholm has always answered to a much higher, albeit simpler standard.
I really do believe that, to whom much is given, much is expected. And I feel like I have been so fortunate in my life. And, making money to me is not as important as serving. And I think a lot of people who choose public service feel that way also.
She became the people's lawyer, first as an assistant U.S. attorney. A tenacious courtroom litigator, she fought drug dealers, pornographers, and all who would undo the sanctity and dignity of the family and society. She took the people's case, against all odds, against all comers. She brought the same tenacity to her role as head of Wayne County's law department. She shook things up, motivated her legal team, and slashed the judgments against the county by 87%. Cranes recognized her as one of Detroit's rising stars. The Democratic Party and Michigan voters grabbed her to fill the shoes of Frank Kelly as Attorney General. Even as a top flight manager, she never lost her instinctive compassion for anyone in need. In 1992, after a near-fatal accident in a taxicab, she spent 10 days in intensive care. Her husband, Dan, remembers the hospital.
Nurses would get off duty and they would come in and they'd say, "How are you doing, Jennifer?" Obviously connected with her. And then they would proceed to talk about their lives. "I'm thinking about going back to school. I think what you were saying about going back to school was right." Or, "My boyfriend and I have talked and we've decided we're going to change some things." And it was absolutely stunning to me to see a person who was in a position where everyone should have been caring about her and she should have been feeling bad for herself. And even there, she was generating for people. She was caring for people. What's really spectacular is that what they sense, that what you see is what you get, is indeed the truth, that she knows no other way than to care very deeply about people, and she's not your typical politician.
As Attorney General, she was aggressive in enforcing the laws protecting seniors in nursing homes. She pursued those who would sell alcohol to minors and joined in a national effort to prosecute internet crimes. She took up the challenge of this critical job with the same sense of mission that she brought to every task. The stakes got higher, and the political fight got a lot nastier. Opponents launched a major political assault on the powers of the Office of the Attorney General. As always, taking the high road, she struck back brilliantly and decisively, with the full power and understanding of the state's Constitution. And once again, despite a withering, well-orchestrated attack, Those who underestimated her character and resolve went away licking their wounds. Last year, she invited Michelle Engler, Isaiah Thomas, and law enforcement leaders to help recruit mentors for troubled kids. Thousands have signed up. Hundreds are already matched up. Jennifer Granholm is a leader who walks the talk. It's this same motivation that brings her to mentor a young friend named Brittany. To Jennifer Granholm, mentoring is a commitment. It's not a soundbite. It's who you are. It's who you should be. It's how you're supposed to live every day of your life. When you look closely at her life, it's easy to know Jennifer Granholm. She's a mother, a wife, a brilliant attorney, a leader, and a mentor for our times.
It is our pleasure to introduce you to my friend, my mom, the Attorney General, and the next Governor of the state of Michigan, Jennifer Granholm.